names. I always say, welcome to the lasting meditation for lasting peace. And I'm Joe Weston, if you don't know who I am. If you are new, feel free to let us know where you're from, and you can type that in, or if you at some point want to say something. No need to, but it's always good to know what parts of the world people are joining in on. We usually have been getting a nice flow of people from different parts of the United States and the Netherlands and England. And it's great to see you all. And this meditation is, as I've said before, is bringing into a deeper awareness of who are we on the planet, in relationship to ourselves, in relationship to others, in relationship to our communities, in relationship to the larger planet and all beings, and you know, we can reflect on that and think about what does that mean, and have a sense of that, and on some level we may think, with our current age, we've got television. Remember when television was the radical thing that we talked about? We now have social media and the internet, and we have this sense that we're connected in a very deep and profound way with many people. Or we may live in urban environments and really literally come in contact with thousands of people a day. And you know, and that's great to be able to engage in that way. It's also great to find time to be in solitude and take care of the nervous system and the body to restore. And I'm wondering just more and more, because I've been traveling a lot. I've been actually, in just 1 month, I've been to New York, to the Netherlands. I've been to San Francisco, and of course in DC. And remembering what connection is, and remembering and having such deep and profound connections with people in all of those cities. And just remembering that what does connection mean to us individually? What does connection mean to you? And there is no right answer for that. Connection is this. You could give that definition, but I think for those of you who are on this meditation are on some level already at a certain level where you're thinking in a more sophisticated way of how do you personalize that and embody that. So what does connection mean to you? And there's a false sense of connection when you just need to get on Facebook and you're like, yeah, okay, I've just connected with at least 36 people, maybe hundreds. I turn on the TV and all of that, and I can get on the phone and I can text. And that is a way of connecting, and there have been benefits of that. There are, of course, detriments to that. But what does connection mean to you? And in terms of this meditation, what are you holding in the world in terms of what is that connection? And not only connection just in terms of being in the same room with someone or on the same metro with someone, but to really resonate from a deeper level of your own personal power and connecting from your heart. And how is that connection manifesting in the sense of awakening in you a deeper level of involvement and commitment to what's unfolding in the world? And whether that resonates with you choosing to be an active member in what's unfolding. And I think we sometimes forget that why shouldn't we be part of that unfolding? And you may already think you are, and if that's the case, why can't you play a bigger game in that? Why can't you have and increase your capacity of that? Because the people that you see in the media or in the internet who are doing it, they've asked themselves the same question. So in essence, you know, how do you, and what would that mean for you? And for everyone, it's their own personal scope. You don't have to run for president, or you don't have to be to be the leader of a community. But it would be interesting to ask the question, I see what's unfolding in the world. I feel like I have something to offer that resonates more from my highest values, which possibly are respect and honor for all, and equity for all, and a deeper level of love and compassion. And what would it take for me, if I'm feeling compelled to have a larger capacity, to first embody that within myself so that I fully anchor it? So that in a sense, if I do choose to engage with others in the world from that place and try to manifest more from that, there's not as much effort. It's simply a question of being it in a way. And this is something I'm dancing with all the time for myself personally, of moving in and out of that when, feeling like I am having an impact, feeling like, wow, there's no connection at all. And this work of respectful confrontation, it really questioning at times is, are people really interested in reconciliation at this point? Are people really interested in finding common ground? And I just have to keep believing that the answer is yes, that there are enough people who do feel that way. But it does bring me into question, and therefore the fun and exciting thing of that is that it compels me to continually upgrade and learn and download and all of those, and create and think of new strategies, and it sparks my creativity, you could say. And it's fun to be engaged with people who are feeling that same way. How do we continually shift our way of being and and our commitment to having an impact in the world, to stay engaged, to keep ourselves healthy and resilient, and continually adapting our approach so that it really speaks, and that so there is a true dialogue, and it's not yelling at people, or it's not whispering in a way where in a huge storm where you're whispering and no one's hearing it, but it's finding that what I would continually call dancing on that resilient edge of resistance, where you stay engaged, and what I would call, and that's the antidote to that idea of, am I too much of a bully, or am I a victim, or am I being too aggressive, or am I being too passive, is what I would call respectful assertiveness. And it's finding the fun, the excitement, and the importance of knowing how to take the risk, to get on that edge, engage with the world, engage with others, and deeper parts of yourself, and stay in that dance, that constant presence, and knowing when a little bit more would be beneficial and when pulling back, and dancing on that edge. And I just offer that for you to consider in terms of this, is that to see this period for yourself. What is the capacity, what's the scope that you would like to have in terms of having your voice be heard, having your impact be felt? And how can you do that in a way where you still take care of yourself, and you're truly in dialogue, which means the beauty of being in dialogue means that you've sparked something in the other that that gets them engaged in the conversation. That in itself could be an enormous contribution to the planet, is to just get more people engaged in the conversation and keep them in the conversation, whether there's a solution or not. And I think that for many of us see that to just help people come out of habitual patterns and ways of seeing things. And what we're doing here is cultivating that deeper level of empowered compassion, where we feel engaged and then feel naturally, because of struggles that others are having or the state of the world, we naturally feel compelled to want to get up and try to do something. And the more we can engage people in that way, that is the purpose of this meditation, the meditation for lasting peace, in this aspect of the lasting peace aspect. It's knowing that lasting peace happens in the day-to-day experiences, at the kitchen table, in the supermarket, at work. So that's been on my mind. And let's leave it at that, and do our practice. So, excuse me. This practice is called the core exercise, or it's a derivative of this practice that I developed, and the method that I use of respectful confrontation, called the core exercise. It's about getting more in contact with the core of who you are, moving from your core, establishing your core sense of self. And we then bring this out into a meditation for all beings, in a sense. So in the core exercise, it starts with sitting in a way where you feel comfortable, and you can sit for a while in stillness and silence, where you want to sit in a way where your spine is as straight as possible without being too rigid, to allow the most maximum amount of flow to move through you, energetic flow, emotional flow. We always say in this exercise, there's no right way to do this or wrong way to do it. It's finding your way. And allowing energy to move through you and emotions. And as we always say with this exercise, all feelings, all emotions are welcome. And we begin this by identifying where our core is. And for many traditions, it could be in different places. But for me, with this exercise, your core is in your lower belly. And the way to measure that is it's approximately the width of 3 fingers below your navel, a third of the way into the body. So if you put your fingers together and you place that your index finger over your navel, where your pinky resides, that's approximately 3 fingers below your navel. And from there, bringing your awareness inside of your body about a third of the way. It's an abstract concept. It's not a real organ, but there are many energy lines that run through there, intestines, nerves. Some people might say this is your gut. There's a lot of wisdom in your gut. That's actually been proven scientifically. So bringing your full attention to this spot, your core, your center of gravity, of impulse, creativity, and where your personal power resides. And it's the part of you that, in a sense, activates your capacity for awareness, perception. It's not thinking, it's not feeling, it's perceiving. So from your center, become aware of your physical body. Noticing sensations. Noticing the connection you're making with the chair or the cushion or the floor. Feeling those contact points. Allowing gravity to bring you down closer to the floor. From your center, become aware of your emotional body. Cultivating a deeper level of presence. Deeper level of listening. Connecting with this present moment. From your center, become aware of your mental body, your thoughts. Cultivating a deeper connection, maintaining a connection with your core, your personal power, awareness. Now bringing awareness to your heart, or the middle of your chest, where your heart power resides. And from your center and from your heart, asking the question, how connected do I feel to something larger than myself at this moment? With more of an awareness of yourself at this moment, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. From your center and from your heart, take a full breath in, deep, 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 in through your nose and out through your mouth. And with more of an awareness of yourself in this present moment, from your center and from your heart, become aware of your surroundings in all directions, sounds, light, temperature. And with more of an awareness of yourself and your surroundings in this present moment, from your center and from your heart, take a full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you maintain a connection with, an awareness with, relationship with yourself and your surroundings, from your center and from your heart, connecting with those in this meditation circle. Noticing, considering and noticing how you might be impacting those in this circle, in different parts of the planet, and how they may be influencing you. Both assertive and receptive. And with more of an awareness of yourself, your surroundings, and those in this meditation circle, from your center and from your heart, take a full breath in to anchor that. And as we expand our awareness and our heart capacity to all human beings, see if you can also maintain your connection with yourself, your surroundings, and those in the meditation circle. And from that awareness now, from your center and from your heart, opening up to a connection with an awareness of, in the human family, those who you would consider loved ones. And what comes up for you? Is it just an abstract idea of a bunch of people that you consider loved ones, or can you actually tap into specific people in your experience? Allowing energy to flow and emotions to flow. And from your center and from your heart, becoming aware of those you would consider strangers. Can you actually picture some people that you would consider strangers? And with an awareness of yourself, your surroundings, those in this meditation circle, those you consider loved ones and those you consider strangers, from your center and from your heart, opening to a deeper awareness of and connection with those that you would consider adversaries. And can you actually, do images come up of you of specific people? And how does that feel? How might you be influencing them at this moment? And how might they be influencing you? And with more of an awareness of yourself, your surroundings, those on this meditation circle, and all human beings, whether you label them loved one, stranger, or adversary, with that awareness deep from your center and from your heart, take a breath. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. And just take a moment to just register what's going on within yourself. And maintaining this expansion and this capacity in your heart, seeing if you can hold that as we bring our awareness back to more of a narrow focus. From all human beings, bringing that sense of awareness back to those in the meditation circle. Notice if it might feel different. From the meditation circle, holding on to that expansion as we bring it back into our surroundings. And from your surroundings, bringing that back within yourself. In essence, bringing the entire family back with you into your space and into your heart. And allowing the efforts of what you've done flowing back deep into your center, like filling up a battery, filling you energetically, filling your sense of personal power. And taking one final breath to fully anchor this into your system. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and shake your body. And I'm reminded of that quote that I've been sharing with a lot of people that plays into this, which is, safety is not the absence of danger, but the presence of connection. Felt compelled to share that. Anyone want to share what your experience was? Any noticings, any discoveries?
Mm, well, I just wanted to say that I've been away for a few weeks, and there's something about the connecting to the larger that is such a good reset. Like I had a sense of just like the reminder of the sort of largeness of being or something. So I almost don't have words for it. I've been away so long. I'm a little like, "Blah." I'm coming back slowly, but I'm grateful to be back.
Well, we're grateful to have you back. I'll speak for myself. I'm grateful to have you back. And I love the way you say that, because that goes along with this idea. What are we doing here? This is like, like if someone wants to train their body, they can go to a class, they can get a personal trainer. And what we're doing is we're actually training the capacity of our hearts. And and like you would train your muscles. The heart is a muscle, but we're also talking about the energetic of that. And that's what would usually say in a workout class, right? Yeah, I haven't been here for a few weeks. Oh, it's hard to get back into it.
Or is it almost more like myself got so little while I was
Yeah,
away?
yeah, yeah.
Pumping.
My bicep was doing so well, it got so little again. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a reminder that that's your heart. I can't speak for everybody's heart, but certainly for your heart, sweetheart, it's not little.
I think I'll share that just comes up now, but more and more as I'm expanding, more well, not turbulence, more challenge arises, of course, as well. And all of a sudden, this just gave me connection and safety and presence for going to those things with more compassion and a more expanded heart. And also, I really connect with your insight about the gut. So I'm really committed to go into the world and connect with those two spaces.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, that makes me I don't know if that's what you meant, but as we do expand, that's my favorite quote from Spider-Man 1 and 2. With great power comes great responsibility, but you could say with more power comes more responsibility. So it seems more turbulent. It's just that's the newest challenges that are presenting themselves for you. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
I'm just going to add one fun thing, which is I just realized that one of the other fun things about this for me is like there's the imaginal world community or whatever it is, but then there's also like Tessa, my friend from London. So just sweet. It's like both. It's like it's not all metaphor. It's like
Right.
it's so sweet.
We love our metaphors, but
Really love them.
love those metaphors. Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's something you can do is away from these is just, collect your strangers, for instance. Is the next time you're driving in a car and you just happen to see someone in another car, oh, that's my stranger for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're getting your nails done and just collect your strangers. Could be one or two words or not.
That's Josh.
Josh.
Yay. Hello.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, I would like to share. I had an interesting experience during the meditation. I found myself doing a lot of real personal work right now, and reestablishing connection within myself, and was able to identify, those three people, the loved ones, the strangers, and the adversaries, all as parts. This is connection 101, I'm sure, but all parts of myself that I'm loving, discovering, embracing, identifying, kind of rebuilding a foundation to go and connect more fully with people outside myself. But it was a nice journey inward. So thank you for that.
Wow, so you're doing the advanced work.
Remedial. This is the remedial work.
No, when you start looking in your own heart at aspects of yourself in that way, that's advanced work. So good. That's beautiful. It's because it's very confrontational and it could be very scary. So it really requires courage.
Most of the time, it's respectful.
Most of the time, it's respectful. Most of the, at least it's, yeah. Let's quantify. Right. Most is not bad. Right. Good to see you, Josh.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
That was great. It actually gave me a new insight. Thank you. I hadn't thought of those parts within myself. I'd always was external. Thank you.
Yes. Great.
Brought strangers in, everything got very light, like light, dark, light in my perception, which I haven't made any sense of, but was very interesting. And then when you pulled all of the loved ones, strangers, and adversaries in, I just felt this stillness within the turbulence. Like I could feel all of the ways that it's so tricky to be in all of those realms with all three of those groups of people on the planet. And I could feel in myself like my root just going down, grounding, like, right, just be here, like we can hold this whole thing. And then I'm reminded I was on a plane this past week, and we had insane turbulence up and down on both of the flights. And when the plane would tremor spastically, there were little kids on the plane that would howl laughing. I mean, they were having so much fun. It was like, ah! I mean, it was such a great reset of like, oh, right. Like we are trained out of turbulence being fun and exciting, but instead being freaky. And it was just such a great refresher. Like, oh, right. You guys totally get it. Thanks for the teaching, little ones. It was awesome.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Turbulence has been trained out of us as fun. Yeah.
My two words.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My two words are full acceptance.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Okay. So with full acceptance, let's acknowledge the practice we've done, the connection we've made with people from different parts of the world. Acknowledging the and just believing the benefits we've had, not only for ourselves but the ripples we've had for all beings, as that contributes to the continued progress and awakening of us and others. And let's dedicate that energy in ways we can be very specific, very general, for our own well-being, for the efforts and the things that we're working on in ourselves. May they flourish. People who are suffering, could use a little bit of some of our mojo. May they be well, may they be peaceful, may they be healthy. May we learn to dance with turbulence and find the fun in it. May all people on this planet have enough fresh water to drink and food to eat. And may all governments govern from a place of wisdom as opposed to fear and greed. And if you have any, feel free to scream them out or speak them out at any point as well. So with that, one final breath together. And great to see you all. And guess what? We'll see each other again next week if you're here. We would have just come back from an amazing experience in Boston for a Respectful Confrontation workshop. Very excited. So yeah, be a lot of juicy mojo as we meet again. Okay, good to see you all.